Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Painted Zebra. Today is, well, the day this video is being uploaded is going to be my 26th birthday. I didn't really think that I would get to 26. Didn't think I'd get to 20, honestly. But here I am and I'm grateful for that. So I wanted to share with you today the 26 lessons I've learnt in 26 years. So some of these are a bit cliche and cringy, but they're things that actually mean something to me. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and I just want to say that my views don't have to be the same as your views. I would never judge anyone for the way they view their life or live their life. This is just my personal lessons I've learned for myself. If they resonate with you, that's great, but if they don't, then that's fine too. So I just hope that you enjoy this video and can either take something from it or just enjoy listening to it. So I am going to share those 26 things. Number one is that even when you think you're alone, you're really not. There are other people who have been through similar, if not the same thing. As a kid growing up with Ehlers-Danlos in a time where social media didn't really exist, and that I honestly thought I was the only one. I was the only one struggling to stay on top of school and my health and everything else that came along with it, and surgeries and everything else that comes along with my level of EDS. And I just, you know, as I grew older, I think I was about 15, I searched up Ehlers-Danlos syndrome on Google and I came across a support group, and I realised that I'm not alone, and I hope that you know that you're not alone either, and I hope that this channel can show you that also. Number two is very personal to me, but that God can bring a peace that you don't understand. So for me, even when I'm struggling really bad, I know that God is in control, and that leaves a level of peace that someone is in control of this messy world. But I know everyone doesn't believe that, but to me personally, I believe that God brings me a peace that I couldn't explain otherwise. Another thing is, there's no such thing as coincidences. That would be my third thing. No such thing as coincidences, I don't think. I think that everything happens and falls into place the way it's meant to, and that coincidences may have an explanation later on. I feel like number four is people are usually good and kind, and there are a few bad eggs that seem to get the popularity and all of that, but I believe that most people are good and loving and want the best for everyone, and that the good in this world outweighs the bad. And I hope that you believe that too, and you can find someone or something in your life that proves that things and people are good. It's so important to pace yourself, even without chronic illness. It's so important to pace yourself. You can't do everything at once. Point number 6, which is either you slow down or your body is going to force you to slow down. And that doesn't mean just chronic illness. That means if you're working 6 to 7 days a week and doing other activities and all of that, eventually your body's going to go, hey mate, nah, had enough of that today. It is a really big one, and it is, you don't need to change yourself for anyone else. Those who truly matter will love you for who you are. Number 8 is a quote I love. Health is a crown that the healthy wear that only the sick can see. It means that being healthy is such a gift, and your health is so valuable, and sometimes you don't realize that until you don't have your health anymore. Number 9, patience is very important, but it is the hardest thing to learn. Number 10 is follow your passions, even if you have to start slow. So that's sort of what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. Is YouTube is a passion of mine, and even if I can only post very irregularly, at least I'm doing something and enjoying what I'm doing. Number 11 sort of ties on for that. You don't have to be good at everything, but you will only improve at something you want to do by trying, and that's sort of me with this YouTube channel. I never knew how to edit. I never was taught any of those things, and now I'm learning how to do it, and the only way I'm learning is by trial and error. So if you have a hobby that you would like to pick up, then just do it. You'll be bad at first, but at least you're trying. Kindness is free, but it's so important. You know, a kind word, a kind smile, a kind gesture means so much to people. Number 13 is it is important to set boundaries, but that is a very hard thing to do, and a very hard thing to uphold. So boundaries are really important. Number 14 is learn to trust the journey, even if you don't understand it at the time. Hopefully you will understand it in the end. Number 15 is you don't know how strong you are until you don't have a choice. People always say to me, oh, you're so strong, or you're so inspiring, or I could never do what you do. But I wasn't given a choice. I was slapped with this illness, and I either had to choose to make good from it or wallow. And I have decided to be as strong as I can, and I've got through things that I didn't think I could ever get through. I didn't think anyone could get through, but I have. So yeah, I'm no different than anyone else. I'm not strong or inspirational. It's just I have to do what I have to do. And going on to that is that sometimes positivity is a choice, you know. Sometimes on my hard days I just have to say to myself, look, you can't wallow like this forever. Get up, put some makeup on, do what you can. Obviously when I'm really sick, you can't be positive, but there are some in between days where you can pick yourself up and, you know, make your day a little bit better. So sometimes you have to choose positivity. 17 is forgiveness is important, even if that's a hard thing to do, and also that that doesn't mean that you forget what the person did. If you forget what the person did, then you can be hurt twice, but you can forgive them and say, look, I forgive you, but I'm not going to have you in my life anymore, or I'm going to set boundaries to protect yourself. But forgiveness is really more for you than anyone else. Number 18 is that not everyone wants you to succeed, even if they act like they do. You know, there's people who put on false pretenses, and you need to focus on your own success and make sure that you are listening to your inner voice, rather than those around you. And also 19 is someone else succeeding doesn't take away from your achievements. So if you feel like watching people on social media succeed and that is a struggle for you, as sometimes it is for me because my life isn't what I pictured it to be, you can achieve things and they can be a smaller by a worldview, but someone else's success doesn't take away from the small wins that you may have. Okay, so the camera just shut off because it needed charging, so if I look like I'm sitting a little bit different, that is why. But carrying on. Number 20, acts of kindness mean so much to the person that you do them for, and it's something they'll remember forever. So I have had a few instances where people have, say, paid for my parking ticket, or they've bought my groceries, or, you know, like when you're in a line and they buy the person behind them, and have done things like that. And it's usually been at a time where I was really short, and this thing has helped so much, and I pay it forward when I can, but having those moments, just like, it's not something I'll never forget. I'll never forget the fact that someone did that for me, and it just means a lot. It's important to do good things for others often, and that doesn't necessarily mean like anything to do with money. It just means, you know, a nice smile or a compliment or something like that that will make someone's day. Number 22 is if other people take advantage of your kindness, say you give a homeless man $50 and then you see him going off and buying drugs, that says more about them than it does about you, and it doesn't take away from the kind act that you just did. So a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to like give that homeless person something because, like, what if they use it in the wrong way, or what if they don't really need it? And I feel like we should just give without considering what that person is going to do with it, because if we feel there's a need, we can fulfill that, and, you know, hopefully that does something good for that person. But, you know, if the person takes advantage, that says more about them than it does about you. Number 23 is that nothing is forever. That bad things and good things, you know. So bad times will come, and then you'll think, oh, this is never going to end, and then a good time will come. So if you're going through a bad patch right now, just know that you will come out of it, you know. And like, I've got a lifelong terminal chronic illness, so I know that not everything is going to be better. Like, my illness is never going to go away, I'm never going to get better, but there's those small things that make things just a little bit better for a little while, and that's what you've got to hang on to. Number 24 is that sometimes families can't be saved or rebuilt, and sometimes you do have to put boundaries and walls up between family members, and as hard as that is to do, sometimes you have to put your mental health first and do that. Number 25 is life is so unpredictable, and sometimes your goals and plans need to change according to how your life has changed. I had a lot of big goals as a teenager, and a lot of them I may not reach, but you know, I've got new goals now, so I've just changed the way I'm doing things because life has changed. It's a little bit different from all the other lessons that I've said. This one is something that maybe you can take action on, or it'll inspire you to take action. But for me, reading makes me happy. Reading is the one thing that, you know, I sit down and escape in that world, and it can sometimes help me to learn different things. So I would encourage everyone to read just for 30 minutes a day, or 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 pages, whatever. You know, read something every day, and hopefully you will feel better for doing that, feel productive, and you know, I really enjoy that. Or if reading isn't your thing, maybe find something else that you can do every day that, you know, brings you that little bit of joy. I think that's so important. So thank you for watching today's video. I know it's a little bit different than the like makeup videos I do and things like that, but I hope that you still enjoyed it. I wanted something to mark my 26th birthday, so this is what I chose to do. If you have any comments, or whether you agree or disagree, please put them down below. Please keep the discussion obviously kind and helpful, but yeah, if you've got a different opinion, you can also comment, and those with the same opinion can comment down below. And yeah, so I hope that this video has given you some insight into some of the things that I've learned or are important to me. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.